Hi dears, welcome back to my channel. It's Anna with you here, and we are on our Albier beach with the recent update on the situation and the news here in Spain and in our sunny Benidorm region. So the situation here in Spain is still slightly getting better, slowly but surely, I must say. And for the last 24 hours, we have 6,255 new cases. And the index of people getting sick versus 100,000 of people living here is of 132. It's still getting lower. But the very best news is that here in Valencian community, the index is already 54, which means that only 1 or maybe 2 more days are left until the situation here in Valencian region will get under control. This is just amazing news, which means that we're doing the things right, and hopefully we'll be able to recover ourselves a lot faster and allow tourism to come back a lot earlier than we were thinking. So in Catalonia, for example, from Monday, not only in Catalonia, but in a lot of different regions in Spain, on Monday, 15th of March next week, which will be, basically they will allow and somehow remove some of the basic restrictions that we had here in Spain for quite a long time. For example, in Catalonia, they will allow people to move from one town to another. As you might know, from January this year, 2021, people were not allowed to go from their own town or city to a different one in Catalonia. So basically, they were not able to go, for example, from Barcelona to Girona or Tarragona. They were not able to visit anyone and were only allowed to stay in their own city. And this is going to change from Monday, and they will be allowed to circulate through the whole region of Catalonia without any kind of restrictions. Then they will open up once again all non-essential commercial businesses on the weekend. Up until now, on the weekend, we're only allowed to open like supermarkets, pharmacies, and essential businesses. But from now, even shopping centers and shopping malls will be able to open, except the ones that have more than 800 square meters. These ones are still not allowed to open and have to close on weekend. They will also be opening bingos, casinos, different play centers with these coin machines and stuff like that. They will be opening them, and terraces there, as well as here in Valencian region, which we're going to talk about a little bit later, are allowed to have 100% of the tables occupied, as well as 30% of them inside of the bars and the restaurants. In Valencian region, here in our sunny area of Benidorm and Alicante, they will allow to open gyms and different activity centers to play football, basketball and stuff like that, as well as spas and swimming pools. Heated swimming pools will be opening from this Monday as well, from 15th of March, as well as changing rooms and showers inside the gym. So you will be able to fully use the gym as we used to before. Of course, there are going to be some limitations, like the distance in between of people, and if the capacity is full and you're not able to maintain the distance, probably you will need to come back a little bit later to the gym. But normally, this is not the issue. Anyhow, the next thing that will be happening here is that terraces as well of bars and restaurants are opening for 100% of the capacity finally, which is just perfect news for bars and restaurants in our area. You know, they've been suffering a lot, so this is just a perfect time for them with this nice weather to open and to help their business to not to shut down and not to get to red numbers. As well as inside parts of the bars and restaurants and cafeterias, inside in the bar, on the bar itself, they won't be able to ask anything, but the tables are open and available for people, the ones who want and prefer to stay inside of the bar or the restaurant. And the maximum capacity will be of 30% of the usual number that they used to have before the pandemic started. Our Minister of the Valencian region, Chimo Puig, has mentioned that these restrictions will be until 12th of April, and probably afterwards we will allow some more movement and some more freedom for people, but it just depends on the situation and on the numbers that we'll have then. and in the middle of April. If something drastically changes and the numbers will start growing again, then they will probably check the restrictions once again and maybe remove the inside area of bars and just leave the terraces open. Maybe they'll put some restrictions on the timetables again. But as for now, until 12th of April, these are the new measures that we have here in Valencian region, and the same for Catalonia. The next news that I wanted to let you know about is basically that here in the airport of Alicante, there was a very, very strange day yesterday. Thursday, 11th of March, was the first day in approximately 30 years of its opening time that there were no international flights. I'm gonna put you one picture right here so that you could see that the list of all the flights is almost empty. There were only a few flights. Two of them were to Madrid, one to Barcelona, one to Palma de Mallorca, and the other one to London. But this one to London is basically for people who have their permanent residence here in Spain, or the ones who are Spanish citizens and they have to travel basically to UK for work purposes, or to Spain for work purposes and then come back to UK. These are basically the only flights that were going on and off yesterday, landing and going out of Alicante airport. This is very, very sad news, but hopefully with all the numbers and the situation that we have right now, I think that the situation is getting better, and slowly but surely tourism will come back to us and to our sunny Valencian region. As I've already mentioned, the hotels are opening from the 17th of March, the majority of them, although it's more for national tourism and for tourism of here of Valencian region itself. But as you might know, until the Easter finishes, so at the end of Easter, our minister of this Valencian region probably will be checking on remove movement restrictions for the Valencian region, which basically means that probably after Easter, so like mid-April, maybe end of April, the movement will be allowed again. Everything will depend on the numbers. However, we all know that UK, if I'm not wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, that UK is only allowing their citizens, planning to allow their citizens to travel from the 17th of May approximately, which probably is going to be the true date when you all will be able to come back to Spain. This is just a theory for now. Sadly, we all don't know what's going to happen, but according to numbers, these are the dates that the experts are giving us, and we are giving them to you. What about the Spanish weather? Spanish weather, as you can see, is just magnificent. It's perfect. It's very, very nice outside. Right now here we have approximately 23 degrees. It's very nice. A lot of people are at the beach. They're having some baths or just sitting around enjoying breathing the fresh air. As you can see in this picture, let's put it right here, the situation in Spain is approximately the same as it was yesterday, for an exception that before it was on the northwest part of Spain, and now it's on the northeast of Spain where the clouds are and the rain is. The rest of Spain is approximately has the same situation, and on the north part of Spain where the Atlantic Ocean is, there's going to be yellow alert due to the high wind and waves. So be careful if you live there or if you know someone who lives there. What about the temperatures? Temperatures, as you can see here, rise up substantially in the south part of Spain and Mediterranean area, but they drop quite a lot on the north part and the center of Spain due to the clouds and the wind, very, very strong wind, and the rain. Temperatures on the north and the center of Spain will be from 4 till 14 degrees approximately, and the Mediterranean area and the south part of Spain will have from 14 to 24 degrees, and the maximum temperature will be 25 in Murcia area today after midday, so approximately at 3 o'clock. Alicante Benidorm area will have approximately 24 degrees today, Barcelona 15, Cadiz, which is on the south part of Spain, will have 20, Granada 20, Malaga will have 25, the new record for today, Sevilla 23, Madrid only 14 degrees, but this is a normal temperature for them once again because it's still not even mid-March. The area of Murcia, as I've already mentioned, will have 25 degrees, Balearic Islands 21, and Canarian Islands 22 degrees. Also very, very nice weather. In Valencia, a little bit north from us, that way, there's going to be 23 degrees, and the water temperature is still the same, remains the same, 15 degrees Celsius. They also say that during the weekend we're expecting some more calima, which is basically the wind with some sand, very, very small microscopic sand particles from Africa. They don't know if it's going to affect our Benidorm area or not, but just in case, don't leave things unattended on the open terraces if you don't want them to be covered with light sand from Africa. These were all the news for today, my dears. I hope you enjoyed watching them. Don't forget to put a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe to the channel right here down below if you still didn't do so. And of course, if you know someone who might be interested in these type of videos, don't forget to share it with them. Thank you all for watching. I wish you a very, very nice day of today, and see you tomorrow with a new video from Benidorm. Bye, dears.